burn it all. What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
Mosey, created by Jason Aaron and Esad Ribic, is the first Black Panther, and he might be making his debut in MCU's new show Eye of Wakanda. He made his debut in Marvel Legacy #1 in September 2017, and last appeared in Avengers 1,000,000 BC #1, August 2022. Mosey from Earth 616 wasn't the first Wakandan from the Panther tribe to consume the art-shaped herb, but around 1,000,000 BC, he became the first to be chosen by the Panther spirit Bast. With the help of her animal avatars, he survived the process and became the first Black Panther. When cosmic energies from the Vega system arrived on Earth through the Mina Nagai meteor, they created rifts in space, bringing dangerous creatures like the Brood to Wakanda. Mosey stood as a protector of his people during this time. As these rifts attracted powerful beings, including the Asgardian god Odin, Mosey caught Odin's attention, who admitted that he hadn't been impressed by a mortal before or since. Mosey was the first person after Odin to lift and wield Mjolnir when he met the Stone Age Avengers. Mosey joined the team, helping to trap the rampaging Celestial called the Fallen in an underground chamber that would later become South Africa. The prehistoric Avengers fought numerous threats like Mephisto and Shuma Gorath, with Mosey bringing valuable knowledge back to Wakanda after each adventure. The Black Panther was killed in battle against the children of Laufey and Hive, which led to the disbandment of the Stone Age Avengers. His death also caused the Wakandan people to withdraw from the outside world, asking the Avengers to forget about them. As a result, the Wakandans split into separate tribes and didn't reunite until the arrival of the second Black Panther, Olumo Bashenga. Black Panther's upcoming MCU animated series Eyes of Wakanda might introduce a new version of the Avengers, led by a character known for forming a special team of heroes. The show will explore different eras of Wakanda's history, fitting into the MCU's timeline on Earth 616. This means that any revelations about Wakanda's past could have a significant impact on the MCU's live-action movies and shows. While the Avengers Phase 1 and Captain Marvel Phase 3 established the origins of the Avengers Initiative, Eyes of Wakanda could bring to light a different superhero team that predates Iron Man and Captain America's Avengers by thousands of years. The MCU has already showcased other superhero groups like the Midnight Suns and the upcoming Young Avengers, but this new team could offer a unique take on Earth's mightiest heroes. Eyes of Wakanda could introduce the MCU's first Black Panthers, Bashenga and Mosey. The series, which spans multiple eras of Wakanda, will follow various characters who, according to the synopsis, travel the world retrieving dangerous vibranium artifacts. Since the show is set to showcase several Wakandan warriors who came before T'Chaka and T'Challa, it's possible that Bashenga, the first Black Panther, will make his MCU debut. Bashenga was mentioned by Killmonger's father, Prince Njobu, in Black Panther, making this a perfect opportunity for his on-screen introduction in the animated series. In both Marvel Comics and the MCU, Bashenga is credited with founding the Cult of the Black Panther after a vibranium-laced meteor crashes in Wakanda long before the present day. He becomes the first warrior to connect with the Panther goddess Bast and consume the heart-shaped herb, granting him peak human strength, speed, endurance, and reflexes. As the first Black Panther, Bashenga unites Wakanda's tribes, keeps the kingdom hidden from the world, and establishes a legacy of Black Panther leaders and warriors that continues through generations. So, I'm excited to see him in the show as well. What really has me hyped is Mosey's debut in the MCU. It might even bring in the prehistoric Avengers. So, who exactly are the Avengers from 1,000,000 BC, also known as Marvel's first heroes? Let's kick things off with Odin. He's the Allfather, leader of the Norse gods and Thor's future dad. But his adventures with the prehistoric Avengers happened thousands of years before Thor was born. In this team, Odin's in charge and also romantically involved with Lady Phoenix. As the king of the Norse gods, Odin has mind-blowing strength, stamina, and durability, way beyond any regular Asgardian. He's immune to earthly diseases and toxins, highly resistant to magic, and thanks to the golden apples of Indun, he's got an extremely long lifespan. Odin has all of Thor's abilities, but taken up a notch. He wields the Odin Force, an insanely powerful energy source which lets him do everything from shooting energy blasts and creating force fields to telepathically chatting with other Asgardians, even if they're worlds away on Earth. He can also teleport, mess with molecular structures, and even summon lightning all the way from Asgard to Earth. With the Odin Force, Odin's pulled off some major feats. He's moved entire planets to crush enemies, halted time, transported the entire human race to another dimension, and even battled cosmic entities like Galactus. Sometimes, Odin is even shown to operate on a universal or multiversal level of power. For big battles, he wields Gungnir, his magic spear made of Uru metal, which channels the Odin Force and can go toe-to-toe with Thor's hammer. But once a year during the Asgardian winter, Odin has to take the Odin Sleep to recharge, making him vulnerable during this 24-hour rest. Beyond his powers, Odin's a master tactician and long-term planner, often outsmarting opponents and preparing for cosmic threats like the Celestials. He's got a few legendary rides too, including his 8-legged horse Sleipnir and his enchanted ship Skip-Bladnir, which can travel through space and shrink down to the size of a toy. We didn't get to see much of Odin in action in the MCU, so this could be the chance to show some of his abilities. Next up is Lady Phoenix. The Phoenix Force showed up on Earth way back in the Stone Age and, like in later times, chose a red-haired woman as its host. Lady Phoenix wields the same intense powers as her modern-day counterparts, with mastery over energy and matter. Her abilities typically come to life through fiery attacks against enemies, and she's also got incredible telekinesis and telepathy on her side. Another hero from Stone Age is Ghost Rider. Long before the Spirit of Vengeance bonded with Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch, it chose a young caveman as the very first Ghost Rider. After his tribe was wiped out by a Wendigo, the beast mockingly called him Ghost before leaving him to survive on his own. In time, Ghost befriended a mammoth, but his thirst for revenge caught Mephisto's attention. Appearing as a snake, Mephisto offered him the Spirit of Vengeance. Now equipped with the usual Ghost Rider powers, this prehistoric Ghost Rider rides mammoths into battle and can even summon skeletal allies to fight by his side. Moving on, we have Iron Fist. Fan Fei grew up in the mystical city of Kunlun, but she often snuck out to teach martial arts to a nearby group of cavemen. When her secret was discovered, she was labeled a traitor and imprisoned, while the city's holy dragon, Shu Lao, killed her students. Driven to avenge them, Fan Fei broke free and defeated Shu Lao with a powerful punch, her hands drenched in the dragon's blood and gaining the mystical powers of the first Iron Fist. Now exiled, Fan Fei uses her new abilities to protect other prehistoric communities from Mephisto's followers. Though Kunlun eventually lifted her exile, she chose to remain outside, defending the world as Iron Fist. Next is Agamotto. The very first Sorcerer Supreme on Earth wasn't the Ancient One, it was actually Agamotto himself. During his time, he created some legendary magical artifacts, like the Eye of Agamotto and the Orb of Agamotto, which would later help protect Earth in the hands of the Ancient One and Doctor Strange. Trained in the mystic arts by his mother Oshtur, Agamotto defended reality against threats like Dormammu and served as a vital member of the Stone Age Avengers. Later on, he joined forces with two other powerful beings to form the Vishanti, fighting their rivals, the Trinity of Ashes, to safeguard Earth's future. And lastly, we have Starbrand. The very first known host of the mighty Starbrand on Earth was actually an early human, like a Neanderthal or Cro-Magnon. Because of this, he mostly communicates in grunts, though Iron Fist on the Stone Age Avengers seems to understand him best. With the Starbrand's cosmic power, this hero boasts nearly limitless abilities, including superhuman strength, speed, endurance, and the power to unleash energy blasts. Well, that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other exciting upcoming movies. We'll see you next time.